hold the line and stay right where you at and make up your mind, like my father, that you gotta fight in faith. So I told you it's just two things I want to tell you. I want to tell you about a season where he had to fight in faith, but the second one, the last one, I just want to tell you about a season where he had to keep the faith. Pastor Rogers, that word keep, when Paul told Timothy, I had fought the good fight, I had finished the race, I had kept the faith, that word kept in the Greek, one of the hits on it means to guard, to defend, to protect, right? It's hard to lose something when you guard it. As a matter of fact, the reciprocal of to keep is to lose. So if I'm guarding it, if I'm watching over it, it's going to be hard for me to lose it. That's what he's implying when he says, keep the faith. Let me tell you about my mom. Lewy bodies dementia. Now, I know hate is a strong word, so I won't say it in this setting, but I strongly dislike dementia. I watched what it did to my father. I watched what it did to my mother-in-law, my wife's mother. I watched what it did to my grandmother, and I can go on and on of seeing what dementia does to people. And I strongly dislike dementia. I didn't even know all about dementia until watching what my father went through and having to learn about the different stuff that he had to deal with. Let me tell you a little bit about how dementia affected my father, at least over the last, let's say, 18 months of his life. My father, our dad, Coach, he would forget to eat. Dad, you're losing weight, but you gotta eat something, Dad. Surely we have to work, we have to make sure you eat. My father, because of dementia, he would forget who you were. You gotta remind him. Sometimes he called Shirley his sisters. No, Shirley. Dad, it's me, Shirley. I'll be talking to Dad. Like, hey, Dad, it's your son, Dad. No, I'm in D.C. No, Dad, I'm not in Dallas. No, Dad, I'm not in Oklahoma. I'm in D.C., Dad. You got to remind him. My dad, because of dementia, he would forget how to get home. He'd get lost. One day, my dad snuck out the door, went for a walk, because he liked to walk. This about 2 months ago. He went for a walk. We live on 63rd. We found him back on 65th. He was lost, didn't know how to get home. My dad, because of dementia, he would lose things. He'd lose keys. He'd lose credit cards. He'd lose papers, right? All of these things that my father's dealing with, right? Now watch what I just told you. My father, he would forget to eat. You gotta remind him. He would forget who you were. You gotta remind him. He would forget how to get home. He'd get lost. And he would lose things. But every Sunday morning, like clockwork. Okay, wait. I want to make sure you get this. Pastor, can I go back? Let me go back. Let me start off. Come on. I said, my father, because of dementia, he would forget to eat. You got to remind him. He would forget who you were. You got to remind him. He would forget how to get home. He'd get lost. He would lose things. But every Sunday morning, like clockwork, he'd get up and he'd put a suit on. He'd get in the car. Either you have to drive or he'd drive himself. He'd go east on 63rd and make a left on Kelly. He'd go north on Kelly and get to 6900 North Kelly Ave. Pastor Robin, that ain't where we at, right? He parked right over there in the North Overflow parking lot. He walked across that street, come through that door right there. He sit in this section, 5 rows from the back, one seat in, and be here every Sunday. Okay, wait. I think you missed that. Hold on, let me hit stop. Okay, I'm gonna hit rewind. Let me play that back. I said, my father, who would forget to eat. You gotta remind him. He would forget who you were. You gotta remind him. He'd forget how to get home. He'd lose things. But every Sunday morning, like clockwork, he'd get up and put a suit on. He'd get in the car. Either he drive or you gotta drive. He'd go east on 63rd and make a left on Kelly. He'd come north on Kelly till he got to 6900 North Kelly Ave. Pastor Ron, that ain't where we at, right? He parked right over there in the north parking lot, come through that door right there, and sit in this section, 5 rows to the back, one seat in, and be here every Sunday for service. Now, church, I know. 2 Corinthians 5 and 8, to be absent from the body, to be present with the Lord. 60, you're right on that. I'm with that theology. I know Dad's not here, but metaphorically speaking, I'm gonna act like he's here. And forgive me, church, I just want to have a quick conversation with my dad. It's private, but since you're here, you can listen in. Dad, I got questions, Dad. riddle me this back. Tell me, Dad, how is it that you forgot to eat? We got to remind you that you forgot who we were. We got to remind you that you forgot how to get home. You get lost. Dad, you would lose things. But every Sunday morning, you would get up, put a suit on, get in the car, and go east on 63rd, and make the left on Kelly. You come north on Kelly till you got to 6900 North Kelly Ave. Pastor Ross already said that's where we at. You park right over there in the North Overflow parking lot, come through that door right there, and sit 5 rows from the back. UCC and be here every Sunday. Dad, make it make sense. Make it make sense how you can forget your physical food, but you never forgot your spiritual food. Make it make sense. So when I say he never lost his faith, that's just a cute way for me to say my father always kept the faith. And that's all I'm trying to get you to understand. In life, you may lose some stuff. You may lose some friends. You may lose some money. You may lose some peace. You may lose some happiness. But one thing in your life that has to be non-negotiable, one thing that you got to draw a red line and say, I will never ever lose the faith. Be like my father and just keep the faith. November 14th, about 7 p.m., 7:30. I'm in the den with my dad. By this time, he's on the home hospice. I'm closing, but I'm going to share this. It's very intimate. And my sister didn't even know I'm going to share this with you. I hope I'm okay to share this, sister. But this was Dad's last night. November 14th, 7:30 p.m., I'm sitting in the den, 408 Northeast 63rd, and my dad's breathing started to change. His breathing went like this. 1,000. It startled me. And I got up. And I remember standing over my dad. And I did a video. About 7:36, I sent a video to my wife. You remember that, babe? And I said, hey, babe, I said, Dad's breathing is starting to change. I'm wondering, is he about to transition? I would sit down next to my father to his right side at the foot of his bed. And I would just get my Bible out. And I started reading to him. I read Psalm 23 to him. I read Psalm 91 to him. I started reading from the Gospel of John. And about approximately 8 o'clock, something told me, which I know now was the Holy Spirit. It said, call Shirley down here. Shirley was upstairs in the living room. I said, Shirley, come here. You remember this, sis? Shirley came down. Shirley came down to the living room where we were. And I said, Shirley, I think Dad's about to pass. She looked at me. She said, you think so? I said, yeah. I said, his breathing changed. And I said, I don't know, it's something. Shirley would grab a chair, and she put it right next to my father. I'm on one side, and she's on the other. And Shirley said, Dad, it's me. My dad, who hadn't even moved in 2 days, he jumped. And we started laughing about it. It startled us. And we were like, well, I guess Dad knows we're here. And I know from dealing with hospice that the last thing to go was his hearing. So I knew he could hear us because he started moving. And this is what my sister told my dad. She said, Dad, we good. You can go home. That's what she told him. And after she told him that, I had my niece give a picture from my phone. And that's the picture that we took. That picture was at approximately 8:10 p.m. 3 minutes after that, this is what my dad did. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000. He never breathed again. I put my hand on his heart, because Shirley looked at me. And she said, "Is he breathing?" And I said, "I don't know." I said, "Let me see if I can feel something." And I'm pressing as hard as I can on my dad's chest. And I feel nothing. And I look at my sister and I said, "He's gone." And the reason I'm telling you that story is because if I can sum up my father and what he meant to this family, I can sum it up with these 8 words. Dad always took care of his family. Dad always made sure his family was good. Always. So the fact that Dad heard my sister tell him we good, because he had been fighting, and hospitals kept telling us we don't know where he's going to go because your dad is a fighter. But at that moment, once he heard my sister say that we were good, he went home. And Dad, all I want to tell you is we good, Dad. Thank you for your life. Thank you for your legacy. You have fought the good fight. You have finished the race. And most importantly, Dad, you kept the faith. We love you. Rest in peace.